This is Vitamix's new food cycler, the Eco 5. You throw in your food scraps, press start, and you have plant food in a few hours. And there's a couple things that aren't great about it. But first, here's why this thing is great. It comes in a really environmentally friendly box. Simple print on cardboard, reinforced by more cardboard. There's like one little piece of foamy thing around one thing, but beyond that, you can throw the whole thing in the recycling bin. Is there anything worse than getting a new thing, especially one that's environmentally friendly, supposed to be sustainable, packaged up in plastic and then more plastic? And there's many worse things. Yeah, it's really easy to set up. Takes 2 minutes. You add the carbon pellets into the filter container, reusable filter, plug it in, and you're done. It's alive. Go back to the reusable filter thing. Okay, so this is how it makes it odor free. The carbon pellets absorb any food smelly stuff while it's working, while it's heating and grinding the food scraps. And that's one thing that's really nice about the Eco 5, especially compared to its predecessor, the FC-50. That used disposable filters. And then also nice compared to a comparable product out there, the Lomi. You might have seen some ads for it. Lomi like makes you buy a membership to their filter plan. Ends up being like almost $250 per year. The Eco 5, you just get more carbon filters when you need them. Like $20. I will say they probably could package the carbon fiber pellets in a more eco-friendly pouch. Something like fresh coffee beans comes in, vacuum sealed as well, but hopefully they'll do that down the road. The capacity of the container of the Eco 5 is huge, but it's exactly as huge as you need it to be. And this was one of the main problems with its predecessor. It was way too small. Like, you really need every one of the 5 liters. Otherwise, it's just a half measure and you're still collecting food scraps that couldn't fit in that night's round of food cycling. Look at this bucket. It's like a total nightmare when you look inside, like some like Final Destination. But what's amazing is it's dishwasher safe. So if you want, you can throw the bucket in the dishwasher every day after you run it. What else? This thing is like whisper quiet. So you compare predecessor, which sounded like a dryer, clothes dryer with like a full baseball uniform with cleats clunking around, crunching, to this, the Eco 5. It's like silent. I mean, it's like as quiet as like a brand new laptop with nothing on there. It's like, you can't hear it. As easy as it is to set up and use, it might be challenging to make use of what it makes. You see what we just did? Poured some of the fresh plant food out onto the garden. I guess technically you're not really supposed to do that. You're supposed to actually mix it in for best results. And you're supposed to do that at a 10-to-1 ratio. 10 parts soil, 1 part plant food. And you're best using a little spritz of the foodalizer mix. So you take a little tablet, mix it with 20 ounces of water, you get this like basically probiotic for your soil. And if you're curious about the energy used to run this thing, I know it's very low. I've spoken to the engineer that was on the team that built this thing. It's actually very energy efficient. But like, yeah, like you still have to use some energy to break down this food, and you start to think about that. But worst case scenario, you don't make perfect soil that would be made in a nursery by an arborist, by a professional plant maker. And still your kitchen is free of smelly, wet food waste that would be attracting flies and otherwise have to be sent away in a bucket, in a truck, either to a landfill or some other facility that would process it. It very well might end up in a landfill that would end up releasing a ton of methane gas that would make the planet unlivable for our kids and our grandchildren, and that's the absolute worst case. I think you're gonna love this thing. Reducing food waste, plant food, and 60-day returns, 3-year full warranty. Link in the description to get it directly from the manufacturer, which is the most environmentally friendly way to get it. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Mom? Goodbye, see you in the next one.